Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all well and happy Mother's Day from the UK. It's a bit of a funny week. I know it's a funny week for everyone across the world, and I'm not going to spend ages talking about what's been going on and everything because obviously everybody is experiencing it. So I don't want to dump my frustrations and such on you guys because I'm sure you're feeling just as frustrated and such as I am. But I wanted to let you guys know of something that I found that has worked for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but if it helps, then at least I've told you guys. So I won't spend very long on this tool. So I have started. I haven't been able to read my book until like yesterday. Well, no, sorry, Friday after work. When I finished, I've been working from home this week. My office got shut down and everything, and so I just live alone, and so being alone in my house 24/7 with nobody to talk to, I found myself feeling a little bit lonely, I will admit, but also I found myself constantly getting distracted because of all the news alerts that have been going on and everything. And the media is great for the social media and everything, for sharing information and stuff that goes on, but it also fuels panic and anxiety. So since Friday, I have like turned off my phone, or I've put it on like mute or vibrate, put it in another room, put it upstairs, being away from it for a chunk of the day. And I found myself feeling less anxious and everything. I've also not been watching news on TV. Occasionally I have looked, and when I say occasionally, I mean like catch like the 6 o'clock news or something in the evening, but I haven't been focusing all of my attention on it as I did like Monday through to Thursday. And those 4 days were draining, absolutely draining. And since Friday, I have felt so much better. I've figured out a routine to start from tomorrow, and everything, so that my day I'm breaking up, I'm doing various things, I'm keeping myself busy and focused and everything. And knowing that I've got this routine planned and I'm going to start tomorrow is really making me feel calm. I'm not feeling anxious, I'm not feeling lonely, and such. So I think that's a great thing. So if this helps you, anybody who's watching this, I'm really happy about that. So I would say turn off your phone or put it on mute or put it on vibrate, take it to another room or upstairs your house, and just have a chunk of the day for you to just escape from the world for a bit. Go out in your garden, sit out there for a half hour or so, pick up a book, something, and just, even if it's just opening a window, do it, because it will really help you with your day. And I hope that helps. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to what this video is about. I'm here to talk about The Woman in the Window by A.J.Finn. So yeah, as I was saying, I literally didn't really start this until Friday. It's now midday on Sunday, and I finished this about half hour or so ago. So I've gotten through it quite quickly. Now, the concept of The Woman in the Window is that there is a woman called Anna Fox, who's our hero, and she lives in an apartment in New York opposite the Russells, who have recently moved in. And she's an agoraphobic. She drinks a lot, and she's on a lot of medication for her anxiety and such. She's separated from her husband Ed, and their daughter Olivia lives with Ed, but she talks to them like at meal times and such over like video calls and other phone calls and that. And she has this life where she just watches black and white movies, she drinks a lot, she takes her prescription medication, and she is a member of an agoraphobia forum where she gives advice and such. And obviously with her, she's a child psychologist, she's able to give psychological kind of advice as well. And one day she meets Jane Russell, who lives across the apartment across the road with her husband and her son. And they get along well. And then not long after, Anna witnesses, or she sees Jane being stabbed. But the police, when they come to look into it, find that Jane is absolutely fine. But the woman who Anna saw, who spent time with, and called herself Jane Russell, is not the same Jane Russell that the police are presenting to her. And it's this whole thing of her trying to figure out what she saw, what she really saw. Was her agoraphobia affecting her, the drugs, the alcohol she was drinking? What really happened to Jane? And that's what this book is all about. So this is the first book by A.J.Finn, I believe. I didn't double check that before I started recording this video. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. I believe this was written in 2016. I don't know if A.J.Finn has written any further books, but after reading this, I think I would read some more. Now, for a debut book, damn, I had to whoa. I will say, just as a general constructive criticism, this is not to tear her apart or anything like that, because you know what I'm like. I'm not that kind of person. I wouldn't tear someone apart just for the hell of it. I would say that the first half isn't as good as the second half. Once you have the whole thing of this other Jane being presented to her by the police, and she's like, what the fuck is going on? That is the point where it really escalates, it really takes off, and the writing is fantastic. But the first half is a bit sluggish, but the thing is, you've got to understand Anna's routines. You've got to understand her connections to the various people in the world, and how she sees the world, how she sees certain situations. And then and then the second half is putting all those pieces kind of together in a way for this whole situation, this whole mystery of what happened to Jane Russell. Now, I bought this as part of my Christmas haul because I saw the trailer for the film with Amy Adams, and I thought, oh, that's quite an interesting concept. And I'd seen this book like everywhere, and I thought, right, I'll give it a go. And I'm glad that I did. I wouldn't say that it's absolutely amazing, but bloody hell, it's a damn good debut novel. This, as I said, the second half is way stronger than the first half, and I think it's the first half that's making me say that it's not amazing, but it is bloody good. Really bloody good. The characters I thought were very interestingly constructed. Now, what she does, which is really actually great for the film, I would have thought, is that Anna is obsessed with black and white films. She's absolutely, she watches them all day, every day, at least when she's able to, because obviously she drinks a lot, so she has these periods where she'll sleep for like a day or more, and then she's up for a few days. But all of these black and white films, I totally understood exactly the scenes that she was referring to, because I love those films. Like, I loved the use of like Rebecca and Gaslight and Vertigo and all of these great films. And so, because I got it, because I know those films and I know those scenes and I know exactly what is going on at that point in the film and how it relates to what is going on in the scene for this book. And actually, The Woman in the Window is a film from 1944, which has quite a few twists and turns and such, and the whole concept of everything being a dream, of what's going on in this crime of meeting a woman who then kind of disappears and stuff like this. So you can understand how that relates to this book. I thought, oh, that's damn clever. That is going to be really great for the film. But then I was thinking, well, for somebody who doesn't know those films and doesn't know those references, it's clever, but then at the same time, will they understand the relevance, or do you need to understand that relevance, or is it just nice to go like a little teaser to go, oh yeah, I get it, because I've seen that film. So I really loved the references to old Hollywood films, to various things that she uses and such, but at the same time I was just a bit like, okay, if I didn't know that reference, would I get what she's talking about? So that's the only thing that I kind of go about. She did also, I kept on guessing a lot of stuff, and like she do these kind of like throw off lines where she's talking about like the landline in the library or something, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be important, because it was just a throw off line. I could just, and I managed to pick up quite a few things, and I did get one thing. Oh no, I think I got a couple of things. No, I got 3 things right. That was it. But the third one, I thought I understood something, and it turned out I was sort of right, but I wasn't completely right. So I'm classing that as I got that one. But that was 3 things, and there's quite a lot of stuff that's going on in this book. So so I was able to guess some things, but not everything. But she is very good at her characterization. It's very human. And when I say that, I don't mean, she's that everyone's not human, No, what I mean is that it's very realistic to how people would react to things. Like, somebody, like, she's going through a room and someone appears behind her, and rather than going, what are you doing, like this, they go, what the fuck are you doing in my room? Kind of how you would expect someone to react, because you've invaded their personal space. So I love that she was very natural with the way that she used dialogue. It was very understandable the way that characters reacted to things, and yeah, I really appreciated that. I did feel the ending was a little bit rushed though, after the big reveal of what happened, but it's kind of an actiony sequence, so you can kind of understand that, but it felt rather crazy. But it was so atmospheric. It was really, really well put together. And so, yeah, even though I had a few little irks and the first half wasn't quite as good as the second half for me, I say that this is a damn good debut. And I'm just going to read you a quick little bit from this. And FYI, sorry, I've just remembered something. One thing that I thought was a bit unnecessary, this is like 450 pages and there's 100 chapters. Do you really need 100 chapters in 450 pages? I don't think so. So yeah, the chapters are rather short and sharp. But yeah, I just want to give you a bit of a reading to kind of show the kind of creepy atmosphere that she creates. And this is Anna. This is long after the whole reveal of the Jane who is not Jane stuff from the police and everything, after what she saw, and she's trying to figure things out. And and then she has this time at home where she's drinking. So an hour later, past noon, and nothing has occurred to me. I just kiss the bottle to the wine glass again. It's past noon, and think, the problem's been droning in the back of my mind like ambient noise. How to reach Ethan? Sorry, Ethan is the son of the Russells. Every few minutes I glance across the park as though the answer might be scrawled on a wall of the house. I can't call his landline. He doesn't have his own phone, and if I were to somehow attempt to signal to him, his father, or that woman, might see me first. No email address, he told me. No Facebook account. Might as well not exist. He's almost as isolated as I am. I sit back in the chair, sip, set the glass down, watch the noonday light crawl over the windowsill. The computer pings. I move a knight, hook him around the chessboard, await another move. Sorry, she's playing chess on her computer, I forgot to say. The clock on screen reads 12:12. Nothing from Wesley. Surely he'll call? Or should I try again? I reach for my phone, swipe it to life. A chime on the desktop. Gmail. I grasp for my mouse, guide the cursor away from the chessboard, click on the browser. With my other hand, I bring the wine glass to my lips. It glows in the sun. I peer over the lip of the glass at the inbox, empty except for a single message. The subject line's blank. The sender name is in bold. Jane Russell. My teeth chink on the glass. I stare at the screen. The air around me is suddenly thin. My hand quakes as I place the glass on the desk, the wine trembling within. The mouse bulges against my palm as I grip it. I've stopped breathing. The cursor travels to her name, Jane Russell. I click. The message opens, a field of white. There's no text, just an attachment icon, a tiny paperclip. I double-click on it. The screen goes black. Then an image begins to load, slowly, band by band, grainy bars of dark grey. I'm transfixed. I still can't breathe. The line upon a line of darkness on screen like a curtain slowly falling. A moment passes, another, then a tangle of branches? No, hair, dark and knotty in the close-up. A curve of fair skin. An eye, closed, running vertically, edged with a frill of lashes. Is someone on this side? I'm looking at a sleeping face. I'm looking at my sleeping face. The picture suddenly expands, the bottom half bursting into view, and there I am, my head in full, a strand of hair trailing across my brow, my eyes clasped shut, my mouth slightly open, my cheeks submerged in the pillow. I bolt to my feet, the chair topples behind me. Jane has sent a photograph of me asleep. The idea downloads slowly into my brain the way that pictures did, stuttering line by line. Jane has been in my house at night. Jane has been in my bedroom. Jane has watched me sleep. I stand there stunned in deafened silence, and then I see a ghostly figure in the lower right corner. A timestamp. Today's date. 2:02 a.m. This morning, 2 o'clock. How is that even possible? I look at the email address bracketed beside the sender's name. guesswhoanna@gmail.com. So as you can see, she's really great in how she builds atmosphere and everything in her stories. It's going to be like so easy, I think, to transfer onto the screen. But there is one thing about the trailer. Now that I've rewatched it, having read the book, I'm like, that one tiny detail isn't in the book. So I'm just a little concerned about that one bit of the movie trailer. But other than that, the rest of it looks pretty damn good as an adaptation from the book. So, would I read The Woman in the Window again? Yeah, I think I would. I found it a really interesting book. Now, obviously, knowing the ending, going back over and reading what happened, I'm quite intrigued to see the kind of more pieces, how they really fit together when I couldn't see them before. And some things which I didn't even think were pieces were actually pieces. Would I recommend this book? Yes, definitely. But be aware that the first half is slower compared to the second half. But damn, it's a bloody good debut. And would I read more of A.J.Finn's work? Yes, I would. I will have to look out for her other books if she's published. I'm sure she probably has by now because this was published in 2016. But yeah, I will definitely look out for A.J.Finn's other works. I'll include the trailer in the description box below for you for the film. And yeah, so have you read this book? I'd love to know what you think. You leave me a comment in the comments box below, or give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, entirely up to you, I'll let you decide. And the next book I'm going to be reading, which is over there on my coffee table, is Black-Eyed Susans. So I will be back with my thoughts on that as soon as I am done reading. I've also thought about, to kind of bring it back to what's going on in the world, I've also found other things that I've liked to entertain me whilst I've been off, and comedy especially. And I didn't know if perhaps you guys would be interested in seeing things that I'd recommend to help distract during this time. And, you know, we can all get through this together. But if you're interested, let me know and I can make a video for you guys. All right then, bye.